Okay, welcome, welcome. Guys, I hope you understand how blessed we are today. Um, we are so blessed because we are joined by Dory. She's going to share all the things, and you guys already have questions. I'm camera off because I'm not feeling good, but Wendy is going to facilitate this conversation for us. And Dory, I want to say how grateful we are that we do not take it lightly that you spend this time just sharing your experience, your expertise, your heart. And so we're just really so happy to have you today. I'm gonna just hand it off to Wendy and we're gonna get started.
Beautiful. Prolene, thank you so much. And thank you again, girls, for being on this call. Dory, Dory.
Oh,
I
stop.
mean,
Come on, Wendy.
Dory, you know how much I love and
I
adore
know.
you. And these girls, I will tell you, and 60 seconds or less from my perspective, is Dory is the epitome of health, right? You're going to ask her, what's her marketing ploy? What's this? She is a product of the product. And
Yeah.
she's going to share that with all of you. Like, I have goosebumps because, girl, she's been taking this product for 15 years, Dory. But I'm going to let you, here's what I want all of you to do. First of all, if you have your cameras on, beautiful. If you don't, if you can turn them on, that would be amazing. So Dory can see your beautiful faces. But Dory, these girls are so fired up with this launch. And I don't think we've even scratched the surface with these products. And so, with that being said, I think these girls would love to hear from you. Just a brief kind of 2 minute, what is your story? Share with us, what are you most excited about? And then we've got some questions for you if that's okay. And I'm going to turn it
Sure.
over to you.
Sure. First of all, can you guys tell me like how long you've been with Shackley or how long you've been on the liquid biocell? Is this a new product for you? 2 years?
Good question.
I'd say like
Okay.
under 2 years and about 9 months for BioCell for me. Same.
Okay. All right. I'm fairly new to Shackley. I've only been here a year. So I came over with the liquid biocell, by the way. And I always say liquid biocell because we were told that's the original trademark name of the product. And I know a lot of people have shortened it to biocell, but when I started out a long time ago, it was in 2011, 15 years ago. At the time, I went to a presentation about this new product, and nobody was talking about collagen at all. It just happened to be there was a man in my area who had made a lot of money in direct selling with another company. He had a natural cholesterol lowering product that just like worked, had clinical trials, and they just blew it up and people made millions of dollars. So everybody would come to him with the next greatest product, right? And so somebody introduced him to the liquid biocell. Back then, it was called Jasuru. Honestly, it was called Jasuru. The company was called Jasuru. The product was called Jasuru. And Ozma, the developer, had taken it from the Japanese word yasuru, which means to live. Okay, so we started out with one product. Well, let me back up a little bit. So I saw the presentation, and at the time, I was a caregiver for my husband who was he eventually passed, but he had lung cancer and Parkinson's, and I was like in the worst shape of my life. I was a wreck, physically, emotionally. I was drained. I was trying to work and take care of him, and I wasn't taking care of myself. And he was a retired dentist. I wasn't even getting teeth cleanings. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody around you is
Yeah.
dying, you don't take care of yourself. I wasn't even going to getting GYN checkups. I wasn't doing anything. So I went to this presentation and I saw, and back then it was PowerPoints, you guys. It was in person, it was
Yes.
PowerPoints. It was before social media, right? It was in person. I went to a luncheon and I saw one of the doctors from the clinical trials, a Dr. William Judy from the University of Kentucky, put his own mother on it because he saw what was happening in the trials. She had rheumatoid arthritis and her hands were like this when she started, and they straightened out. And I went, oh my God. I was 60 and it's like, I don't want to get arthritis. I don't want to get arthritis. So I took it. And then they also said people started looking younger in the trials, so they did additional trials on skin. I thought, okay, so I'm 60, I don't want to get arthritis, and what woman does not want to look younger? So I took it I started taking it just to get on it for myself. And then I would be in Publix, which is our shopping grocery store, and people would come up to me and say, "Did you have something done to your face? Like you look different." I was like, "No, I mean, I'm just taking this liquid collagen." And back then, there was no collagen in the health food stores. I mean, literally, there was nothing because I go every day practically. There was nothing. And so we also had to learn what collagen was, what it does in the body. I didn't know anything about it. I heard about, gelatin, gelatin from Jello. So it grew organically. Like people wanted to know more about why I looked younger, why, like nothing hurt in my body. I think I got it just at the right time for me, right? And so it just grew organically. And luckily, this gentleman would have a luncheon every Friday to talk about it. So all I had to do would be invite people. So it grew that way. And I kind of miss the belly to belly because you create relationships, you share stories, you share wins. Like you share, like people would get up and say, "Oh, I don't have it, my rotator cuff braces on, and look at my wrists and nothing hurts. And oh, I canceled my meniscus surgery. Now I can do flips off the pool when I swim." So, and that's why Ozma wanted to distribute this product in direct selling, because when she developed it, it made all the trade journals. Like it had never been done before, you guys. There's never been, and there isn't now, an orally absorbable liquid collagen that goes immediately into your bloodstream, into all of your cells as soon as it hits your mucosal lining of your mouth, right? So people were trying to buy it, the formula, right? And so she told us the largest soft drink company in the US, but she couldn't tell us who due to contract. She had to sign an NDA, right? Wanted to buy it, had the exclusive rights to it. And she's like, no. I mean, if it was Coke or Pepsi, you know what they would do? Who knows what they would have done with it? So she said, no, I want to get it into the hands of the people that need it and they can talk about it, what it's doing for them. And that was a brilliant way to get it out there because it's true. That's how it grew, you know? And we only had one product. Can you imagine trying to grow a business on one product? But we did. We didn't even have the travel cheese yet. We had these big glass bottles that were 4 big glass bottles, and we would drink 3 ounces, which was kind of fun, in these tall, like sake-looking shot glasses. But then when we started shipping internationally, the shipping charges were too much. So they actually just concentrated it and took some of the water out. They did not change the formula. They can't. It's patented. So now we have the smaller bottles, but when we went to smaller bottles, we went, oh no, we can't do plastic. So we've been through a lot of changes, name changes, bottle changes, company changes. So then we got acquired by Modere in 2016. So we could go global because we were only in the US, Canada, and Japan. You know, it takes a long time to get every single ingredient approved in every single province in Canada. So that was pretty amazing. So fast forward to where do I jump in again? So basically I've come up through the ranks. I feel like I grew up with Ozma. We were like her kids, right? And we couldn't say pain. She's, by the way, I will tell you, she's very cautious about making claims. Those claims on the bottle, she's proven. I can't wait till we see the clinical trials on this product because she was very careful. We couldn't say pain because she didn't want the FDA to shut us down. We couldn't show those pictures. Oh, I had somebody on my team who had rheumatoid arthritis, Emily, and one of her hands was like this. I don't know, I couldn't even do it. She couldn't even like hold her husband's hand. She couldn't turn the key in her ignition. She had to use her left hand, right? So after, I think it was 3 months on the liquid BioCell, she got full use of her hand. And so we were showing pictures of Emily's hand like straighten out, and I was like, take him down, take him down. The FDA could shut us down because we're implying that we treat a disease. And because she didn't want her company to be shut down, right? Because her father started GMP labs in Southern California, and she grew up in the industry, and she saw SWAT teams come in and shut down actual manufacturing lines for other products because her father's company makes other products. Like the company will send the formula to their company for them to just make it for them, right? And so she saw people making false claims. She saw the FDA come in with, I mean, like black with gun. I mean, like, so she's like, I'm not, my company's not getting shut down. So I will tell you whatever, and I'm sure Roger's like that too. He's not going to make claims that he can't support, right? So everything that's on that bottle is going to happen. And I will tell you that I had a DEXA scan. My husband was still alive, and he's passed 10 years ago. So it was a while ago. And I can't find the original report because the company got sold, but I had osteopenia, right? Recently, within the past, I don't know, maybe 4 months, I had another scan. I have zero bone loss in my hips at 75. So I wish I had the original one because that's with just the liquid biocell life. That's not even with the life plus.
Right.
So one
Dory, go
what?
ahead. Go ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, that brings me up to present time. I will have been on the product 15 years in June. Nothing hurts in my body, which is unusual for 75, but I do stay active. I mean, I'm not perfect when I eat. I try to eat organically. I don't eat junk food. I try to drink enough water and get enough sleep. I mean, so I haven't been working out as much because when we lost Modair, I mean, that was traumatic. And then we had to build up our business again. So I've been working more than I haven't been working out as much as I should. And I feel like I need to get back on the wagon.
Well, but Dory, ladies, for those of you that are on the call, Dory does a phenomenal job. Number one of her kind of superpowers, as far as I'm concerned, Dory, getting out.
Yeah.
She's getting out. She does not do anything like social media. Ladies, I know we do social media. Dory really does not. She grows a bit.
I try. I really
I
try.
know, I know, but you're getting better at that, right? But I'm just saying she is getting out there. She's going to boutiques. Everywhere she's going to events, meeting people for coffee. They're asking her, "What are you taking? What are you doing?" Because this lady right here, she's on my top left-hand corner, has not had any Botox. And I am
Mm-mm.
not judging, but I'm telling you, just looking at her is just so real, and what you see is what you get with Dory, and I just love that. Dory, we have some questions for you. Can I ask, because I know I
Sure.
gotta be tight on time.
Sure.
So some questions that came through is, should they stick, and girls, by the way, she's 40% every single month on her sales tier. She signs everyone up on loyalty herself. Literally, probably 90% of all of her members, if not more, are on loyalty. Like, so these products and the power of these products and what you can do and how you can leverage this for your business is significant, right? Dory, so I'm going to ask a couple of questions for you. Should
Okay.
they stick to taking it 2 times a day beyond the 90 days?
Oh, yeah. Why would I be on it 15 years?
Yeah. Okay, so the answer is yes.
Oh, yeah. It's got a 12-hour half-life, you guys, which means it only lasts in the body about 12 hours. You don't have to like time it, but you want to keep it in your body all the time. Yes. And when we first got to Shockley and they were only putting a one bottle image on the
Yeah.
website, I was just like flipped out because people are just going to buy one bottle and they don't know they need to take it twice a day. And also, too, I'm trying to get them to change the 1 tablespoon because we used to say 15 mLs. People just grab a soup spoon from their silverware drawer, which is not 15 mLs, which is not a baking tablespoon, and then they say, "Oh, I have so much left over." It's like, why?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm really trying to get them to change that.
Okay.
So, I started, which you might want to do, ordering glasses on Amazon, shot glasses.
Shot glasses.
And I just send a new customer, it comes in tubes and it has all the markings on it, like half ounce. I
That's
mean, I
a
wish
great
they'd come
idea.
out with shot glasses. At Modere, we had these little beaker shot glasses with measurements. They were so cute.
And not only that, girls, they had Dory had shared this with me. They had beaker shot glasses, so that's great. Maybe getting people or converting them to loyalty. Maybe you gift that to them. I'm just thinking of ideas. And then they also had this like gold spoon,
Oh,
right?
people would buy the trim
Oh,
just to get the spoon, or buy this, yeah, buy the trim just to get the spoon.
right. And then during the holidays, they would do a different type of color or whatnot of the spoon, and they would sell out like hotcakes, right, Dory? I mean, I don't, that's what you would share.
Well, they come out with a new flavor
Okay. Oh, that's what it was.
around
Okay.
the holidays, and the new flavor would come with a free spoon, a different color to match the flavor, but you could not buy the spoons on the website.
Yeah.
You can only get it with the trim.
That's great. So, okay, Dory, if one is also taking trim and smooth, do they still, I think I already know the answer, but this was a question I just want to make sure I answer it. Do they still also take the liquid biocell 2 times a day, or is once enough, or are there directions somewhere that will help them with these questions?
Well, when Ozma first developed the trim,
Mhm.
she told us that ideally you still want to take the liquid biocell twice a day and then add the trim. But if people couldn't afford 3 bottles, there is one serving of biocell in the trim because the trim is just 2 ingredients. It's just biocell and CLA. So
I don't think I knew that.
2 ingredients.
I didn't know that that the trim and smooth. Oh.
All the trims. When she developed it,
Yep.
she
Okay.
told us on stage, she said, look, ideally you want to take the liquid biocell and add the trim because then you're getting another serving of biocell. But if for cost reasons, at least have somebody get on, take the trim in the morning and the biocell at night.
That's great. Okay. Okay, that's good. Good, good, good. Okay, and you are the strongest marketing material in terms of, but this is a question I want to ask.
Okay.
What are the strongest marketing angles you have found with liquid biocell? Like, do you focus in on joint health specifically, bone density? What are you really focused in on if there's one specific thing that you, from a marketing perspective, are focused in on?
I don't really market
Mm.
the results. I ask people what their challenge is. Like, is it bone? Do you have achy joints? Actually, I don't even try to sell it to somebody. Like, I listen. I listen for a pain point. I could be on a plane and I've enrolled people on a plane. It's just, if somebody's complaining about their joints or they're thinking about getting a facelift, I go, wait a minute. I have something that I think can help you. Like, I was talking to, okay, I'm on Medicare, right? At 75, right? And so there's a gal in my networking group who is a Medicare agent, right? So I was talking to her and she said she was saving up money to get a facelift. And she's like way younger than I am, like way younger. And I said, wait a minute, try this. I've got something that I think can help you. It'll be a lot less expensive. Just give this a try. Just give it like at least 3 months. And she did. And I saw her last night and I kept staring at her skin. I said, you don't have any makeup on? And she said, no, it was luminous and her hair was shiny and everybody's asking her what she's doing. And her husband, I guess, had some surgery or something. And so she gave him some of it and his doctor was shocked how fast he healed. So anecdotal testimonials are your strongest marketing ploy. In fact, like when I tell people at the end, like I might be talking about it, and I'll tell them I'm 75, and they just like, because I want to be a product of the product, and I don't want to get Botox or fillers or facelifts, because so I can show them it's possible, even starting at 60. Like you guys are all way younger than I am, you know. So if it can do what it did for me at my age, can you imagine people getting on it at 30, which is when you really start losing collagen, like at the rate of 1% a year? So I think to your point about the loyalty, you have to educate them on the importance of keeping it in your body and what it's doing in your body, not so much. They need to stay on it consistently for it to work. It's not going to all happen overnight. Look how long it took their face to get wrinkled or their joints to dry out. And you can't replenish it overnight.
Yeah.
So I think your biggest testimonial will be your own, and then everybody that you put on the product, document it. Like have them take a picture. If they won't take a picture with their phone, take a picture with your phone and send it to them, and then keep a copy of it. And that's what we used to do. We used to show before and after pictures of our customers. I think people have really gotten away from that, and that's your biggest marketing tool, especially your own. See, I didn't know, and I took a before picture, but I didn't know how much was going to change.
Right.
And boy, yeah, it really has.
That's good.
Uh,
Okay.
and that's what we used to do. We didn't do any social media. We
Mhm.
just talked to people, shared testimonials, took pictures. One lady took it for her joints, and she said to me, Dory, I don't think anything's happened to my face. Because we look at our face every day, and if it's gradually getting better, we don't notice the change. Just like you don't see your fingernails grow, and after 2 weeks, like, whoa, my nails are long. And so we took a second picture and showed her, and she was like, wow,
Mhm.
wow.
That's great. Okay. Okay. Dory, two last questions before you jump. Number one is they're curious how you approach connecting with brand new people in an authentic way about this product. So you said questions, leading with what are your pain points? Is there anything else?
I don't ask people what their pain points. It comes up in conversation. Like, I don't actively try to go out and sell this. I
Right.
might go get a massage or a facial, and somebody might comment on my skin like it's really plump. But then I'll say, oh, I've been drinking liquid collagen for 15 years, right?
Mhm.
Or like there's a spa, not a spa, like I don't know what you call it.
Like
They
a
just
med spa?
kind of, no, they don't do injections. They do
Okay.
shots, like vitamin D shots,
Oh,
and
yeah. Yeah.
it's more injections. And so my vitamin D levels have been low. I live in Florida, right? But I don't sit in the sun. So I asked them, I said, maybe I should just get vitamin D shots to get my levels up. And so she had asked, I don't know, but you have to write your age, you have to fill out this paperwork and your age. And she goes, whoa. And so that kind of came up in conversation, how old I was. So she wanted information on the liquid biocell. So go
Okay.
out, get facials, get massages, get
Get
um,
out of the house.
well, make connect. I mean, I'm Wendy's always like, Dory, get on social media, post, post, post. I didn't learn it that way, and I do much better out in person. And the only thing is, it's like a blessing and a curse. They want to meet for coffee because a lot of them live locally. It's like, oh, Dory, let's get together. Oh, I mean, it's cumbersome. Or you're running to a networking event, then you rush home to get on a Zoom, and then you're rushing out there. I mean, it's just like I think staying home, being on your phone is a lot easier, but you got to do what works for you,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
But
Dory, do
don't
you
try
take
to sell it. Don't try to sell it. Try to provide a solution.
Mhm.
Like, don't talk to somebody about their joints if they really feel old and they really just want to get rid of some wrinkles,
Yeah,
you know?
that's good. That's good. Okay. I know, Dory, I want to make sure we're tight on time. Do you take trim daily too?
No.
No. Okay. Is there, okay, a before and after
Well,
live?
let me just tell you why.
Yeah.
Some people have trouble digesting fat. I'm one of them. And I've been told that my whole life. I
Mhm.
want to take the trim so badly, and I've tried it a number of times. And when it first came out, it kind of blows up my stomach. And so I messaged Ozma and I said, what do I do? And she said, are you taking it with food? And I said, yes. And so I took it, and I just can't, my body can't digest it. And that's just me, but I would love to take the trim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our company 3X'd in 2020 because of the trim. Modern. Just,
And Dory, I gotta tell you, I mean, for all of you that are on this call, if we were to look at our top, let's call it our top five products in the company right now, I think most of you have heard this, but I just can't even underestimate again the power of Liquid BioCell and Trim and Smooth. If you were to look at our top five products, even the last 6 months, guess what? It's those products.
yep.
It's those products. And if you get nothing out of it today, I mean, Dory, selling the two pack, the singles are not going to do it. Selling these,
No, no.
right? Yeah.
I won't start somebody on one bottle, and I won't start them if they're not willing to stay on it consistently, because then they're going to be out in the field thinking it doesn't work.
Mhm. Mhm.
By the way, the trim, and I'll be really fast with this. In 2020, everybody was home overeating, right? And so
Okay. Yep.
they were buying the trim. It was like flying off the shelf. We couldn't even make it fast enough. And the company that we purchased the CLA ingredient from was in Switzerland. Like Osmo would only source like the best ingredients. They couldn't make it fast enough. So they were putting on another shift. They had like 2 shifts or 3 shifts going to make enough of the ingredient to ship to us so we can make the trim. And then we ended up buying their whole US supply of CLA. And then Modair couldn't make it fast enough. So we would have a SKU number, any flavor. Like whatever was ready on the shelf, people would just buy. They didn't even care what the flavor was. And we
Yeah.
3X, it really works, you guys. But you
Yeah.
got to stay on it consistently, like anything.
Same thing, 90 days or so, Dory, to see results with the trim and smooth.
I don't know. Some people have this fat wish, like nothing happens for a while, and then like the fourth or fifth month, it all comes off.
Yep.
Basically, that product helps your body burn fat for fuel and energy instead of storing it around the middle. And it also inhibits additional fat storage. So you want to stay on it. Why would you just want to get on it for 3 months and then stop? I mean, it's going to inhibit additional fat storage as you get older. That's why I want to take it. I
Yeah.
might try again. I think I should try again.
Oh my gosh. Dory, Dory, Dory. Okay. Girls, ladies, was this helpful? Thumbs up.
Any more burning questions I could answer?
Yes. Any other, did I
By
miss
the,
any? You
by
don't
the
have
way,
any fat storage, Dory, they said.
what?
Julia says,
Oh yeah, yep. Thank you, but I won't show you my stomach. But I will tell you, I've heard people say you need to keep it in your mouth or swish it in your mouth
oh
or
yeah, yes,
no.
yes.
Ozma said no.
Okay.
If that was the case, it would be on the bottle, right? You just put
Okay.
it in your mouth, it immediately gets absorbed in the mucosal lining of your mouth. So there's a lot of uh, information out there that